Hello, dear students. Welcome to What, Why, How, the daily initiative by IAS Baba, where we take up a current affair or a daily editorial and we try to declutter it in less than 10 minutes. First of all, a very happy new year to all of you. We wish you a very prosperous new year that's coming to be. The topic that we have chosen for today is regarding a statement by the Defense Minister. The Defense Minister of India has called 2025 as the year of reforms and not any other reforms, specifically the year of defense reforms. Now, what exactly are the reasons why it was said so? What are the reforms that are planned and why we need to have these reforms is what we are going to discuss in the next few minutes. First of all, some of the reforms that have been planned is to facilitate the rolling out of integrated theater commands. Now, the idea is in India, right now we have separate commanding units. That means separate heads that are there for your army, your navy, and your air force. Whenever any crisis occurs, it's each individual commands that will undertake the different operations. Now, there has been a plan for a really long time to integrate all of these commands into a single theater command. Who can actually, or in that position, what will happen is any kind of issue regarding a crisis, you will have a very integrated management. So, for example, if there is incursion into the border or anything, you will not need separate decision making from your army, navy, and air force. If there is an integrated theater command, they will be taking the decision. That is the first reform that is planned. The second reform that is planned is into India will be venturing into new areas of your cyberspace, and we will be also using emerging technologies like artificial intelligence, machine learning, hypersonic, and robotics into our defense sector. So this is also one of the second reforms that are planned. The third thing is very much in line with the first reform that we spoke, that is to integrate the capabilities of Army, Air Force, and Navy. If the first one was just to have integrated theater commands, which is basically giving decision making in a time of a crisis, in the third one, they have been mentioning all the capabilities of Army, Navy, and Air Force will be also combined together. The fourth reform that is planned is they would be also focusing on future war scenarios, primarily that could be occurring in space, that could be occurring in cyber security, etc. And they would be trying to devise certain tactics, techniques, and procedures associated with it. The last reform that is considered as a key thing in this 2025 is having a knowledge sharing between the defense sector and the civil industries and to promote certain public private partnerships. Now, coming into the question as to why we need these defense reforms. First of all, India very easily has been the largest importer of arms in last several years. With so much of technology being used for Make in India, for research and development in India, India now has to put itself as a credible exporter of defense products, particularly because we do have the necessary infrastructure for it. So, as part of this 2025 reforms, the defense minister also sees that in the course of time, India could come up as the credible exporter of defense products. The next thing is to basically foster research and development and partnership between Indian industries and foreign original equipment manufacturers. What we have normally done is we have just taken whatever foreign equipment is available and tried to maybe Indianize it. But here the idea is using technology transfer from your foreign equipment manufacturers to maybe equip the Indian industries also to have the capability to manufacture equipment which is going to be on the same lines of your foreign equipment. The last thing is it is also pitched for instilling a sense of pride in the Indian culture and ideas. There have been several schemes that look into the Indian history and to having certain war tactics from there. So even this has been incorporated in your 2025 reforms. Also having confidence in your indigenous capabilities by and to achieve global standards by having these indigenous capabilities, imbibing the best practices from modern militaries, etc. All of are the reasons why the defense ministry has planned these 2025 reforms. We are yet to see what is going to be the solid outcome of this, but one of the important things to be kept in mind is any kind of defense reforms that you're going to see in the next few days are going to be in line with this particular statement that is being mentioned by the defense minister. To finally conclude, the idea of this defense reforms is to ensure deeper collaboration among key stakeholders. Key stakeholders meaning the three arms, which is Army, Navy, and your Air Force, and to break any silos between them. Right now in India, all of the three armed forces work in different compartments. To break the silos between them would actually mean that any kind of inefficiencies that occur between them and any kind of underutilization of resources that occur between them, all of that could get prevented. So the defense reforms of 2025 are primarily focused on improving the efficiency of the Indian armed forces and also the optimum utilization of the resources. So I hope this topic has been clear to you. Until we meet again, take care and happy learning.